now it's time to talk about Jed. Jed, thank you for paying attention. I did need to take away your phone, but you're learning. You're only 40. So there seems to be an issue with the COVID test, Jed. Your wide receiver has had a positive test, a negative test, a negative test, a positive test, and a negative test. It's ridiculous. He might miss a second game because the tests that you're providing are no good. Also, there seems to be some phenomenon on your team of players getting injured and having setback after setback after setback. It's a new term. I'm not familiar with it. When Jim Harbaugh was the head coach here, there wasn't the constant series of setbacks from injured players. This is new. Now, I remember when Jim Harbaugh was the head coach here, Stanford Hospital was essentially the team training staff, the team doctor. Anytime someone got hurt, they went to Stanford. Are they still doing that? Are you cutting corners again, Jed? I know you like people to think that you're really rich and you spend a lot. You are rich, but you don't spend a lot. Like you spend like I spend, and I don't spend much. Eddie, your uncle, spent on everything. And here's the difference. Like, it's one thing to spend on players. Every coach, every owner spends on players. It's the other stuff, the non-salary cap stuff, the stuff that fans and media don't even necessarily think about. The training staff, the stadium. God, this stadium is so mediocre, Jed. The assistant coaching staff. All the little the game day experience for the family of the players. What I've heard is that the game day experience at the Niners is the worst in the league other than Cleveland. That for the family and friends of the local team and the away team, those people go to the games too, right? And they have to sit somewhere. And usually at most teams, they are the guests of honor, as they should be. You're talking kids and wives and of your team and the away team. I mean, you're trying to be a host here. You're trying to be a good host. And from what I've heard, you put no effort into it, no money into it, and it's only more pathetic in Cleveland. That's why people think of you as Cleveland West, because you cut these corners. You think Nick Bosa wants to rehab here this offseason? No. He'd be crazy. Ronald Blair had a setback. Jerick McKinnon had like 11 setbacks. Nick Bosa needs to be as far away from your training staff as possible. Jed, what are you going to do about this? Are you buying COVID tests at Walmart? What is going on here? These are the 49ers. You're supposed to have A+ amenities everywhere. You built a mediocre, bare bones stadium that looked like the cheapest one you could have built. Compare it to the stuff they build in LA, and Dallas, and Las Vegas. They spared no expense. You spared every expense. That's what you did. And now your team lost a game last week to the Packers because of the testing that's getting sent around your facility. Come on, Jed. When I took your phone away about 15 minutes ago, were you looking at better COVID tests that you could purchase for your players? Or were you on Twitter looking at your mentions? They're not good, Jed. They still don't like you. That's what you need to know. You don't have to look. You know what it's going to say. It doesn't matter how benign the tweet is that you put out there. People are still going to say, sell the team, Jed. Sell it. But I don't think you should sell the team just yet, because you have the right people in the building. All you need to do is listen and be receptive. Take notes, okay? I laid it out for you. You got to get a cornerback this year, maybe two. Get a quarterback this year, probably not Justin Fields. And just send me a nickel. Send me a nickel. Give me a business card. I'd like a business card. Grant Cohn, unofficial quality control for the 49ers. Doesn't get paid or have an office or really work for us. But he has a business card. I think that's fair. I don't know. I try hard. I say I give just as much effort as Jimmy Ward and Eric Armstead. And they my goodness. Okay, Kyle, John, Jed, Martin, Adam, thank you guys so much for coming in, watching. I don't want to take up too much of your time. It's gone about 34 minutes. You guys need to go implement all of the great suggestions that I just gave you. I'm going to do this every week. A quality control session. Add this to your schedule. Put it in your Google Calendar. Be here every week until you guys are above 500. Really, until you guys are back above 500, you have to come here. Think of it as detention, study hall. Okay? You have to earn your privileges. This is every week. And I got to give you homework. The homework is watch all of my YouTube videos and read all of my articles for the rest of the week. You have to. Jed, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. All right, guys. Thanks so much. And I'll see you next week.